way inland now. The storm's winds are right at 90 miles per hour. It will continue to force more spiral bands here in northwest Florida and more spiral bands continuing through Georgia on into southern Georgia tonight with more rain expected there. We'll have cloudy skies, we'll have wind tonight in Mobile and Pensacola, and we'll also have just the threat of a thunder shower. Some sunny skies will be coming in tomorrow. Bob, I'll be talking about that and a look at the storm completely in just a moment.
All right, thank you, Bill. We have our Dave Straker standing by live via satellite in Panama City Beach, right in the middle of everything. Dave, can you hear me?
Yes, I can, Bob, and it is wild here right now. I am in Panama City Beach. St. Andrews Bay is right over here. You can see the winds are still very strong, although the eye moved ashore about an hour or so ago, far to the east of Panama City, thank goodness. Panama City was more lucky this time than they were with Hurricane Eloise in the 1970s. We have been in Panama City and Panama City Beach all day watching this storm build.
Their summit had produced few.
As Hurricane Kate moved closer to Florida's Miracle Strip, the surf began to pick up dramatically this morning, and so did damage to the beaches. Already this morning, the water was reaching the bottom floors of some resort hotels. Now, all of us along the Gulf Coast are sick of hurricanes by now, but the mayor of Panama City Beach went a step further, jokingly talking about revenge.
We can't take much more. We were talking the other day that we had finally made it without having any real bad damage, and so we just don't want any more. We can't handle any more. We're going to talk to the Weather Bureau about this.
Shelters in Bay County have been packed since early last night. This tourist fled Canada's early winter, but today she was ready to go back.
I think I'd rather have the snow.
Still, despite mandatory evacuations, some are finding last-minute enjoyment along the beach until the weather becomes too treacherous.
By early this afternoon, the hurricane-force winds could be felt here in Bay County. Current projections bring the hurricane's eye just east of Panama City. If that happens, officials here will be very happy. But no matter what, it won't be an easy storm to weather out.
The U.S. Coast Guard buoy tender White Pine from Mobile is stuck in Panama City tonight. The 20-man crew couldn't outrun the hurricane, so they will stick it out here inside their boat.
Yeah, all of us are still aboard. We're what we call Condition 1, which is everybody has to be on board and ready to go.
We're weaving now.
No kidding. We're going to weave more before the night's over, too. I can guarantee you that.
Panama City Beach is like a wet ghost town now. Later tonight, we'll know just how strong a punch Kate is packing.
Apparently, we've lost the signal from Dave Straker. We hope to get back to him a little bit later. We have reporters all across the path of the storm from Gulf Shores to Panama City. Let's go to Michelle Meredith, who's live in a very windy Pensacola. Michelle?
Bob, it is a little windy over here, and all day, Kate's winds and waves have been more entertaining than threatening. Even though sheriff's deputies told sightseers to stay off Pensacola Beach, they came in droves. They came to check out the waves, and they were impressive. They came to get that gone with the wind feeling. They came to roll off a few shots. They came to romp in the water. But mostly, they came to count their blessings.
It's fun to have the excitement and have it hit somewhere else, but then I feel sorry for those folks, too.
With a lot of businesses closed and the kids out of school, it was more like family day over here. Brent and Kevin's parents took them out to see the birds instead of the waves. No one seemed threatened here. Like Quincy and friends, they just enjoyed the day off. What a difference a state makes. Here in Alabama, in Baldwin County, the kids had to go to school. Most folks had to go to work. Some crews had to go to work building big condos, while the waves pounded beach houses across the street.
Where the high spray is right now would be about waist deep.
Wave watchers met at the broken down boardwalk. Kate didn't do her any favors. Kate didn't do the Fletchers any favors. They moved down from Delaware 1 week ago. So, how do you like the welcome wagon?
It was a lot nicer last week when we had 80 degrees and sunshine and we're playing golf.
Even if you had to work, you could get a front row seat on your lunch break at the Pink Pony Pub. Yes, the schools will be open in Escambia and Santa Rosa counties tomorrow. What was it like in Okaloosa County today? Lisa Colombo has a story.
Okaloosa Island evacuated last night at 6 o'clock. Today it was like a ghost town. Hotels were empty, streets deserted. Holiday Island near Destin was also empty with the exception of a windsurfer out to make the most of Hurricane Kate. The winds were gusty throughout the day, but damage was minimal. Some businesses closed for the hurricane. Some stayed open. It was a matter of choice.
According to the new coordinates that have been received and, of course, the latest radar summaries.
But for the 500 people at the Choctawhatchee High School shelter, choice had nothing to do with the situation. But even so, most seem resigned to make the best of it. Even vacationers were taking the inconvenience in stride. These folks are here from Canada and New York.
We tried to escape the snow, and look what we ran into.
At Okaloosa County Civil Defense, officials were taking it easy late this afternoon, and for good reason.
Right now, the storm is heading into the Panama City area, and we're on the northwest corner of the side of the storm, which gives us the least amount of danger.
Right now, the Okaloosa County Civil Defense is expecting, at worst, only heavy patches of thunderstorms from Hurricane Kate, and the feeling here can only be described as one of relief. At Okaloosa County Civil Defense, Leisa, Colombo, News 10.
And as Michelle told us earlier, schools will be open tomorrow in Okaloosa and Santa Rosa counties. Coming up next today was the Great American Smokeout. We spent the day with someone trying to quit. And the police department wants to cut down on crime in areas like Plateau and Happy Hills. We'll have the plan after this.
What kind of chew can take on Levi Garrett?
I've tried a lot of tobaccos. Granger Select is good and moist all the way through. A quality chew.
I've never had a fresher tobacco. It's a good leaf.
This is good stuff. I'm enjoying the daylights out of this.
I've chewed everything, and I especially like Granger Select because it's one good, clean chewing tobacco.
Try new Granger Select. Taste the quality. We think you'll say.
I'm going to make Granger Select my chew.
Ooh, I like your outfit.
Had it for years. Would you hand me my blue shirt?
Sure.
It's not clean.
Sure it is.
Smell it.
I thought it was clean.
How can you tell if a blue shirt's clean?
With clean-smelling Gain. Gain gets out tough dirt you can see, and even smelly dirt you can't see. With Gain, there's more to clean than meets the eye.
Now it's clean.
With clean-smelling Gain, there's more to clean than meets the eye.
Thanksgiving is sure a hectic time around here, especially when you're trying to fix the big meal, picking cranberries, plucking the turkey. That's why Del Champs is so important to me. I know every time I shop there I'll find what I want, like turkeys that are already plucked. Plus I get the lowest total food bills, not just at holiday times, but all year round. Del Champs is really something to be thankful for, especially when you have 500 hungry Indians to feed.
Today, your business can have the world's most advanced communications technology. Technology that can handle information in any form, data, voice, or video, from retail sales to aerospace. Businesses rely on South Central Bell to answer complex information demands. No matter what your communications needs, there's one name you need to remember: South Central Bell. Call on us.
Mobile Police Chief William Mingus wants to open a North Mobile precinct to try to reduce crime in areas like Plateau and Happy Hills. But as John Robb reports tonight, the plan gets mixed reviews from the people who live there.
Happy Hills is trapped in a cycle of fear. Even the police won't patrol these streets. So violent crooks from throughout our area come here to prey on the residents. Elderly men and women tell me that even during the day they don't feel safe. Now the city wants to break the cycle of fear.
55 million Americans still puff their lives away. Today, the American Cancer Society tried to give smokers at least the day.
Dee, I just want to check in with you and see how you've been doing today with the Great American Smokeout. Make it through the day and let us know how you're doing. We'll be checking in on you.
Quitting is not easy, and those trying are advised to take no chances. Ann Bowden is one of nearly 20 million smokers who have tried to quit today. Percentages say she won't. Only 1 in 20 will quit for good. But Ann Bowden is determined.
I'd like to light up right now, you know, but no, I'm not going to let it control me. I think I'm going to make it. I know I'm going to make it. I'm going to think positive.
He snitched one.
Help is available, like the survival kits from Knollwood Park Hospital. And rubber bands are a good, painful reminder of what cigarettes can do. But it comes down to determination. Some with stressful jobs just aren't ready to quit. The Great American Smokeout lasts 24 hours, so it's not over. In fact, the tough part may be just beginning. So if you see any of your smoker friends kicking their dog or yelling at their kids, try to understand. Maybe just trying to beat the odds. Alan Green, News 10.
The number of smokers trying to stop is 50% higher than last year. Coming up next, Bill Evans has a look at our forecast. And residents of the Alabama Gulf Coast breathed a sigh of relief today when Elena headed for Florida. More on that next.
This is no ordinary computer. In fact, it can be a real lifesaver. Now, you'll find one just like this in the pharmacy of every Big B drug. It flashes a warning automatically if your prescription might have serious side effects. And it also produces an instant record of your entire prescription history. And it helps your Big B pharmacist save time, so he has more time to listen to you and answer any questions that you might have. The Big B computer. It's just what the doctor ordered.
$1.83 a month. That's all I pay for my central bank checking account. It's called Checker. I can bank at any branch all over Alabama, and they're even open on Saturday with real live human bankers. All this for only $1.83 a month. Isn't it time you switched to Central?
Isn't it time you switch to Central? Switch to Central Bank.
Shiploads of extra new Toyota trucks and vans are overloading Toyota dealers. Now, you could even pay less than the $59.98 list price for brand spanking new 1986 standard bed trucks. Less than $83.98 for new Toyota 4x4s. And yes, even less on the new 1986 Toyota vans that start at just $92.83. Plus, come in now for a test drive and receive a 6-pack Toyota drink cooler. Hurry, this offer ends December 3rd. Get our lowest prices, our biggest savings, and your gift at Toyota dealers now.
Well, if you've been keeping a 1985 hurricane tracking chart, it probably looks like a worm crawled all over it because there's hurricanes to beat the band.
Well, you know, when we made these things again this year, I thought, well, it'll just be a good target for darts. A picture of John Ed Thompson and myself on the bottom. Well, it's turned out to be actually a collector's item. If you have a 1985 hurricane tracking chart, we don't even have anymore.
Right. So ran out right after the first one.
Yeah, it's turned out to be better than just crumbling it up and throwing it away after another dull hurricane season. Tonight we have cloudy skies that continue, and one reason we have cloudy skies and no rain is because of Kate Busters. Believe it or not, that has kept the hurricane away from Pensacola and Mobile. Unfortunately, it did move through the Panama City area today. From early this morning, the storm began moving toward the northeast. Throughout the day today, the storm continued on that trek toward Panama City. Hardly an eye to show you. 15 to 20 miles in diameter is all the eye was. Cloudy skies over southeast and southwest Alabama, also in southeast Mississippi. That's really about it. Clouds back into Arkansas and very cold temperatures there as high pressure is moving down into the southeast. Tonight, here are the coordinates. Latitude 30.1 degrees north, longitude 85.4 degrees west. Winds are at 90 miles per hour along the coast, and the movement is to the northeast at about 15 miles per hour. It'll move into southern Georgia, around Warner Robins, Georgia tonight, and continue around Albany, Georgia, and then move to around Augusta later tomorrow. The storm itself has dumped lots of rain. You can see lots of rain throughout the Tennessee Valley, all the way across Alabama into northwest Florida. No rain around Pensacola or Mobile and Baldwin County, although there does exist a chance of some rain showers throughout the night tonight. All of this rain is moving to the northeast at about 10 miles per hour. Rainfall amounts, none in southern Mississippi, just 900 in Mobile, almost an inch in Pensacola. At Fort Walton, Mary Esther, Valparaiso, and Niceville, 2 inches and 3/10, but almost 5 inches here around the Apalachicola area, Cape San Blas, even around Jackson. It continues to have lots of rain there throughout tonight. As much as 10 inches of rain could be there. Kate, the first storm of its kind in 50 years to develop this late in November, continue over Cuba, then turn and head northeast into the panhandle of Florida. It was a lot easier to forecast this hurricane than Elena or Hurricane Juan because of all the steering currents that have been around the storm itself. Across the nation, it's been a cold day. There's a cold high pressure back in the plains. Record cold temperatures in the Great Lakes with lots of lake effect snows there. Clouds up into the northeast because of the storm associated with this stationary front that you see. All of this is moving to the northeast, and we should get some sunshine later tomorrow afternoon from this area of high pressure that's sitting back in Texas. That'll move into the southeast. Cool temperatures today. We had a high across the Mobile area of 63, 57 the low last night. Just a trace of rain in Mobile. Now right now we have skies that are cloudy, temperature 62. Humidity is high with wind gusts up to 22 miles per hour and the barometer is rising. Here is my forecast weather map for tomorrow. We'll have clouds. We'll have a threat of some scattered thunder showers in the morning, but for the most it'll be cloudy and windy throughout the day tomorrow. The hurricane, Kate, will continue through southern Georgia, moving around, let's say, Augusta, Georgia for tomorrow. Then it will continue out into the Atlantic. We'll have some clouds through the day tomorrow, but we should have some sunshine breaking through tomorrow afternoon. Then Saturday will be a sunny day with a few clouds possible, and the weekend shapes up rather nice and fall-like. Temperatures tonight, 50s in southern Alabama with some 60s in northwest Florida, while highs tomorrow will be in the 70s. If we rate tomorrow on a scale of 1 to 10, it looks much better than it did for today. Today we gave it a 1. Tomorrow we give the day a 7. On a scale of 1 to 10, we call the Evans Index not a bad. You'll get to wear some of those fall clothes that you've been wanting to wear. Not good for boating, however. Gale warning continues in effect through tonight. Winds southeast at 20 to 25 knots. Seas at 10 to 15 feet and very rough, so don't even think about heading into the Gulf. Nip tide through tomorrow, no difference in the higher the low tide. The water temperature in the Gulf is 65. Cloudy, windy tonight. That's the main focus of my forecast. Maybe a scattered thunder shower. Low tonight 57. In the morning, as you're traveling or going to work or to school, it should be cloudy with some breezy conditions. It will be cool in the morning with a temperature of 60. Through the afternoon, it should be partly sunny and pleasant with a high of 73. Then tomorrow night, partly cloudy and cool with a low of 57. Sometimes it is calmest after the storm. Here's my TV10 AccuWeather 5-day forecast. Sunshine Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. Don't you think we deserve it? We'll get some sunshine. Bob even likes it. And the temperatures will be very fall-like. Highs around 68 Monday and Tuesday, lows at night in the upper 40s. Those are the normal temperatures for this time of the year. Look at this weather picture. I like this. Riding a bike in the sun is Zachary Everett from Mobile. That's a beautiful weather picture. He goes to Orchard School. He's a first grader, 6 years old. This, I hope, will never have to be pulled out this year.
Absolutely not anymore. More than 6,000 high school juniors and seniors filled Expo Hall in Mobile the past 2 days, getting tips on what to do with their future. Students from across the county had a chance to meet with over 100 college and business representatives who were there to answer students' questions about higher education and the business world. The event wraps up tonight with a program open to the students, their parents, and high school guidance counselors. Up next in sports, Ron Gollnick talks to the oldest college basketball player in the country. We'll be right back.
If you're looking for a traditional full-size luxury sedan, don't bother looking at Buick or Olds. They don't build them anymore. But Pontiac does. The 1986 Parisienne. Extra shipments now let your Gulf Coast Pontiac dealers make Parisienne even more affordable with air conditioning at no extra charge. A savings of $750, this special leasing offer lets you drive your full-size air-conditioned Parisienne for about $224 a month. Full-size value from Chris Myers, Daphne, Vince Wibbs, Pensacola, Gary Lee, Fort Walton, and Trail Pontiac Mobile.
Oh, no, you don't.
White lily has always been known as the light-baking flower.
Get down. Mommy might see you.
Oh, your biscuits look so light.
My biscuits are ready.
You've done it again.
White lily is made from only pure soft wheat, so biscuits always turn out high, light, fluffy, and delicious. For really light biscuits, get White Lily, the light-baking flour.
White lily.
To understand your special plans and help you every day. Together and stay you and First Alabama. Together we've got what it takes. You and First Alabama. Together we've got what it takes.
Why should you buy your new stereo system from Long's Electronics? Let me show you. At Long's Electronics, this complete Sony stereo system is only $5.95. It includes this 80-watt amplifier, AM/FM digital tuner, double cassette player with Dolby, graphic equalizer, turntable with cartridge, matching stereo cabinet, and large three-way speakers. Now $5.95 only at Long's Electronics.
Long's Electronics. Tomorrow's electronics today.
Usually when you think of college basketball players, you think of somebody maybe 19, 20, 18, somewhere in that age group.
Well, we're pressing the Bill Evans age category tonight. Imagine being that old and still playing competitively. This fella's not quite 39 in Holden, but by the time he graduates, Gary Franks might be the first 40-year-old college basketball player in history. Eric Clemons has the story about this unique athlete.
The fans at Bishop State last night might have commented to one another that Gary Franks, number 33 on the visiting Brewer State Bears, looked a bit more mature than the rest of his teammates.
Franks looks a bit older because he is older. Try 37 on for size. And at that age, he's the nation's oldest college basketball player.
It's still being checked, but Franks might be the oldest player in the history of college basketball, and it's an attribute that's gained him national attention.
I've been on the Paul Harvey program. The New York Times has interviewed me. Chicago Tribune's coming down Thursday when we get done to interview me. The Columbus radio station, television station, Tuscaloosa. I've been on a lot of programs, and there's a lot more coming.
Franks was an All-American in high school, recruited by Auburn in 1967, but he didn't like classes and quit after one season. The decision to leave school was one he's come to regret the past 18 years, but he's on the right track now and still has some goals to achieve.
I found out you've got to have a college degree to go anywhere, and I want to be a coach. I would love to coach at Auburn with Coach Sonny Smith. He's a very close friend of mine and a super person and a coach, and someday I would like to be assistant coach.
Some might call Gary Franks coach right now. He's 5 years older than his head coach at Brewer State. Eric Clemons, Sports 10.
See, I told you he was as old as Bill Evans, and from the oldest player in college basketball to the longest winning streak ever in high school sports. It happened last night when Sweet Home High of Buffalo, New York in the black uniforms beat West Seneca. Sweet Home has now won 219 straight games. That's an all-time record for any sport in high school. The last time Sweet Home lost was way back in 1978, and last week we had trouble picking out the first team in our bottom 5 in college football, so we had a 5-way tie. Well, tonight we have a clear-cut lowest of the low, and the coveted honor this week goes to the Green Wave of 2-8. Definitely the worst of the worst, but the other 4 aren't so good either. They're pressing to take the lead. The combined record of the group is 6 wins, 43 losses. A pretty pathetic outfit with Tulane leading the way. Bloopers tonight at 10.
Not a good year for the Green Wave.
It hasn't been.
Here are the TV10 job line listings for this afternoon. The first opening is for an auto mechanic. You must be first class with your own tools. The second job is for a telephone solicitor. You need experience. If you're interested in these or other job line listings, call the job line at 342-WORK between 8 and noon, Monday through Friday.
Hey, if you plan to buy a new truck this year, don't miss Treadwell Ford's Truck Stampede. The factory sent us 200 hot new Fords with special factory savings. $744 on Rangers, $864 on F-150s, and $1,410 on Bronco 2s. Get free air conditioning, free transmissions, and free mirrors. Prices start at just $59.95. Register to win a new Aerostar and hurry for the final week of 8.8 as Treadwell's Truck Stampede continues till midnight Saturday and 1 till 5 Sunday right here under the Big Tent.
While innocent children play, illegal drugs flow into Alabama. Drugs destined to poison their minds and bodies. Can this deadly flow be stopped?
There's only one way to stop it. Put drug smugglers in prison for life without parole the very first time they're caught. Put a few away forever, and the rest will get the message.
Bust the drug smugglers. Elect a workhorse for Attorney General. Elect Jim Smith.
Your response to our truckload sale last week was so big, Galaxy Satellite in Saraland and Theodore is bringing in another shipment of satellites this Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Our GLR complete system is sale priced at only $679. Hurry to Galaxy Satellite because at these prices, they won't last long. Galaxy services and installs and sells only first quality systems. Come to Galaxy Satellite's truckload sale where you get on-the-spot 10-minute financing. Shop Galaxy Satellite's truckload sale where you can count on us after the sale.
Hi, Lucky. How you doing?
Morning, Cal.
Morning, Ben.
Here kind of early.
Well, I'm usually on the road about this time.
No, I meant I wasn't expecting you till next week.
Well, I thought you might be a little low after our cold spell, so I stopped by to check.
Thanks. I appreciate that. And Cal, on your way out, wake up that rooster.
CalGas serves all your propane energy needs when you need us and before you need us.
Coming up tonight at 10 on Nightcast and a Nightcast Extra, Health Watch reporter Carolyn Martin tells you how to prevent some backaches. And Nancy Pierce checks up on Ann Bowden to see if she's still kicking the habit as the Great American Smokeout winds down. Bill Evans will continue to provide updates on the progress of Kate. Ron Gollnick will be back with sports bloopers. Finally tonight, this season's hurricanes had personalities all their own. Hurricane Kate was probably the most decisive of the group. Lena was fickle and Juan couldn't make up its mind where to go. The students at Nan Gray Davis put together a profile of Juan. Renee Dials visited the school to see if the students would share some of their essays with us.
Mrs. Van Hooser's 5th grade students turned their last creative writing assignment into a unique learning experience. The essays were written by students who imagined they were the hurricane.
My life is one. I am a hurricane.
Maybe Juan caused so much trouble because he liked it. Christy says if she had that much power, she'd flaunt it a little.
I love blowing trees and power lines down. It is so much fun, but people sure don't think so.
Of course, there's no need to be rude. Stephanie says she wouldn't just barge in without a warning.
I'm on my way right now, and I will be there at 5 p.m.
Juan plagued Louisiana for days. Maybe he stayed so long because he liked the people in the Bayou State.
That made everyone scared, but I just wanted to make friends.
The tornadoes from Juan caused a lot of damage along the Gulf Coast. Tony says he'd be destructive too, to a point.
I'm going to leave Miss Van Hooser's house and boat alone. Then I guess I'll scatter into little thunderstorms.
Even a hurricane knows not to mess with the teacher. The students here at Nan Gray Davis say if they were Hurricane Kate, they're not quite sure where they would go, but they're certain it wouldn't be Mobile. And that makes me feel a lot better. Renee Dowles, Newscast.
That's our news for now. We'll see you later tonight.
Time to care.
Hurricane Kate continues to edge toward the Florida Panhandle, but it's beginning to lose some of its steam.
Certainly is. Here are the latest coordinates once again for you. It is at latitude 27.6 degrees north, longitude is at 86.4 degrees west. Winds are at 100 miles per hour. It has decreased. The pressure has increased inside the storm, so the winds decrease, and that's very good news since it is headed toward northwest Florida. And the breakfast forecast tomorrow, we're looking at occasional heavy rainfall by 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. Gusty winds, 35 miles per hour throughout Mobile and Baldwin County. They'll be higher around Pensacola, Escambia County, Santa Rosa. Escambia County should have winds of around 45 miles per hour. The temperature in the morning should be around 68. Landfall of the storm by noon to 2 o'clock tomorrow in northwest Florida. Projections are for it to be somewhere around Panama City, Florida to Apalachicola. We'll be on through the night tonight with the latest weather updates for our viewers in northwest Florida, as well as those along the Gulf Coast, because we'll have heavy rain tomorrow, and there could be some flash flooding, and it'll create all kinds of problems tomorrow.
It's not going to be a fun day.
Not a fun day at all.
We'll continue to remain on the air throughout the night with updates on the progress of Hurricane Kate. We'll have reports on the hour and half hour as usual, so stay tuned to TV 10 for all the latest information. We'll see you later.